Boswell strives to be a hands-on and inspirational leader, both within his business and in life. As the founder and CEO of Strategic Group, he champions exceptional team culture, refusing to be guided by financial objectives only and striving to find the right balance of innovation, passion, and integrity within the business. A family man at heart, the business is a true family affair, with a number of family members working within the organisation, including 2 of his children. So welcome, Chris.
Thanks for that.
Let's begin with how you define the difference between what a manager does and what a leader does.
Okay, well, I guess broadly the typical definitions are still valid. So a leader in my mind creates change and creates a vision for the company, and that has a long-term and a broad perspective, whereas a manager, on the other hand, reacts to change, implements the company vision and has a more detailed perspective. Even more importantly though, the leader I think is the creator and the spokesperson for the company's values and culture, and it's the leader that needs to promote this culture and value both internally and externally.
And moving from that, what do you think the biggest challenge is facing leaders today?
Well, I think because I mentioned culture and values, that's probably the hardest thing that we face. It's maintaining that culture and value. With the seemingly ever-increasing pressures in our business world, it can be too easy to cut corners and undermine those values, and we can see this on an increasing basis every day. We see passion and integrity compromised by cost-cutting, or perhaps a too narrow focus on our business objectives. Simple examples like the amount of time and money that we spend on training. Now, for companies that wish to maintain or enhance their professional and service levels and then cut training budgets, particularly in industries such as ours, it means that our level of professional service that we offer, surely that's got to decline. And then staff morale decreases, customer satisfaction declines, and our passion for excellence can't be realised.
That could possibly lead into my next question, which is there any one mistake that you witness leaders making more frequently than perhaps others?
Yeah, that's a really great question. I thought about this. I guess the answer is growth, which seems like a funny sort of answer. I've got no issue with growth per se, and our company's certainly seen some good growth over the past years, but there does seem to be a tunnel vision on growth that can be really detrimental to the culture of the organisation. Because, as we all know, a company with 5 employees is very different from one with 20 or one with 50. And what I often see is companies that have grown, so they've got more employees, they've got more overheads, they've got more profit, maybe, but the owners end up a lot less satisfied and the employees end up a lot less satisfied. So I'm not sure that that's a great strategy. So I guess we need to recognise that with growth comes challenges, not just around logistics, but more importantly around the integrity of our core values.
If we look closer to home now, what do you believe makes business in the Hunter unique?
Well, the Hunter's a great place to live and a great place to work, and that's why we don't tell many people about it. But as long as I can remember, we always seem to have drawn the short straw when it comes to any sort of government funding. And this and our regional isolation from Sydney means that we've got a tough resilience and a sort of can-do attitude here in the Hunter. And I guess we've been forced to some extent to be more innovative and certainly more reliant on our own abilities rather than on others. The really nice thing about Newcastle is that it's quite a small business community, particularly compared to the major cities, and that means that the degrees of separation between business people and business leaders become even smaller.
So is there any one local business person that you find inspiring?
Always a tough question to answer. I guess the people that inspire me are the ones that are willing to give substantial time to assist others and make our communities better places to live and work in. I can pick a couple like Paul Murphy, who I'm on the Red Shield Committee with. I see how much time he devotes to that cause, the Red Shield cause. We also support Ronald McDonald House, and I can see how much time and effort Ross Bingham, the CEO, and his team put into the support of families and the kids throughout the broad northern New South Wales region. And I always get amazed by the passion and enthusiasm that these people show, and then the impact it has on our broader community.
I think that's a positive note to finish on. Thank you so much for meeting with me today, Chris.
Thanks for that.
You can find Chris online at www.strategicgroup.net.au.